Hello, I'm Jerry Ford, the beer review guy. Got a Steel Reserve Alloy Series Spiked Pineapple, 8% ABV. Let me do a mosquito check here. I think I'm all good. Okay. So I reviewed this back in 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. But so this might be a revisit, but what's got me stumped is that the one I reviewed didn't say spiked on it. So is this the same thing? That's what I'm a little confused about. So it may be a revisit, but then I don't know, I think it was the same ABV, it was 8%, so I don't know. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a revisit. This is the end of my, I took a vacation day today. So I made it a 4-day, ended up being a 4-day weekend. So this is kind of my signing out from my 4-day weekend type thing. So, as you can see in the description, oh, wow. Man, that smells good. It's a nice, sweet pineapple aroma. It's not like actual pineapple. It's kind of like a candy pineapple kind of taste, you know, or aroma. You get the alcohol a little bit. Got some carbonation popping up into my face here. Smells good. It's kind of got a strong maltiness to it. Okay, let's give it a try. Oh, wow. That's good. That is really good. It's got a nice sweet taste as you gotta be kidding me. Really? Go bug somebody else, bug. It's got a nice sweet pineapple taste to it. Light carbonation at the bodies. Light to medium, let's say. Yeah, you get that maltiness in there. Tastes really good. All right, now wow, that's good. Wow. All right, so now, like I was getting ready to say, as you can see in the description, I had a little news to tell you. I'm keeping in mind my 10,000th subscriber videos. I'm going to do a few different ones, you know. So I'm trying to keep those organized. I'm trying to get ready for them. I have a little ways to go. All right. I'm at 9,229. So I got a few hundred to go. But excuse me, it can go pretty quick. It can go pretty quick. So I'm just kind of preparing myself, and so you know, I did that that video where I asked everybody to give me ideas of what to do for my 10,000th subscriber, for one of my 10,000th subscriber videos, because I want to do a few, because I don't know what I'm going to call them, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. I don't know exactly how many I'm going to do yet, but for me, that's a milestone. Getting to 10,000 subscribers, that's a big milestone. So I know my brother Wayne he'd be thrilled, and he'd be wanting to do the videos with me, but unfortunately he's not with us anymore, so that won't happen. But so anyway, one of my subscribers mentioned for me to review the first product, I think, that I reviewed on my channel. I think that's how he put it, which was, I think, a non-beer product, was beer nuts. I reviewed a couple of different beer nuts, and I told this story a few times. I was contacted by Andy Shirk. This was back in 2017, I think it was. I was contacted by Andy Shirk, the president of Beer Nuts. He's the new president, still in the family line, the Shirk family. But he said that he'd gotten some videos sent to him by his sister, I think it was, showing him that I reviewed them, and he asked me if I would want to review all their other flavors that they have available at that time. And I was like, yeah, I would really like to do that. He says, there's, you don't have to, if you don't want to or whatever. I can't remember what all he said, but it's like humble or something, I don't know. But I was like, definitely, I would love to review your other flavors. So he sent me a big box just full of all the other flavors that they had available. And Jeremy and I, we reviewed them all back then. But so I thought, you know what? I went into Beer Nuts website and looked for ones that I haven't reviewed yet, see if they have some new stuff, and they do. So I wrote them down. That I emailed Andy Shirk and asked him. I told him the situation, that I was going to hit 10,000 here pretty soon, and asked him if he'd want to send me the new products that they have available there. Told him who I was, that he sent me all his peanut flavored line back in 2017, and that I really appreciated that. And I said, which is true, he started the whole thing, me contacting companies to see if they would want to send me samples, is what I call them. It ends up being, they're not going to put them all in little Ziploc baggies, I know that. But, the samples end up being, the full cans or whatever, bottles, whatever it is in. But but I call them samples of their products, and but yeah, he was the first one that happened through. But it wasn't me contacting him; it was him contacting me, which was for me a very humbling experience. But that doesn't happen very often. You know what I mean? That's like, I don't know if that's ever happened. That may have been the only time. But I started contacting companies after that. I was like, this is an idea. I wonder if other companies would be willing to send me their products for free to review for them, And I'd been sending out messages to companies for 7 years, and getting lots of free stuff to review. So it's been really fun. It's been a really fun and interesting part of my hobby here, this journey of reviewing stuff. And but anyway, to get to the point, he contacted me back today, and after me asking him if he'd want to send me the new ones, and he said he would be happy to do that and congratulated me. Those will be coming probably pretty soon. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and review them while they're still good and fresh, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to my actual 10,000th mark. I don't want them sitting around just, you know, aging. So I'm going to go ahead and review them. I'm going to have them in my camera queue for you know, to get ready to upload them when I do hit the mark. So so yeah, it's pretty exciting for this to happen, and so I'm just gradually getting prepared for it, and excuse me, I'm taking into consideration everybody's, you know, suggestion of what I'm to do, what videos I can do. It's going to be special. It's going to be a special time for my channel, and like I said, for my journey on, you know, making this channel and it growing like it has. Pretty exciting. Okay, that's what I was going to tell you about. So you ought to go to the Beer Nuts site and just look in there. There's, you know, a story in there about the Andy Shirks. I think it's probably his great grandfather, I think, that started the business. I can't remember the year, but I think the year is actually on the nut product, you know, the cans. But they weren't originally called beer nuts. What were they called? Shoot, I can't remember what it is. But it's an interesting story, and that company has grown, and it's just cool. Nice people. Andy Shirk is cool. He's a real nice gentleman, and yeah. Where am I going? It's hot out here. See my face getting red. It's still kind of hot out here. Oh, I have a mosquito on the arm where I have my drip. I can't slap him. See, he knew what he was doing. He says, I'm gonna start sucking his blood on this arm, because he can't slap me because he'll spill his drink. Okay. I'm going to end it here. Oh, another thing that's happened, it's not that big a deal, but I'm about to finish up. I've been reading Terry Goodkind books since 1990. Since 2000, I think, something like that. But he's got a lot of books, and I've been reading them all, and I'm at the last one. You know, Terry Goodkind passed away. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember what it was that happened to him, but oh really? Yeah. Is that blood? That was my blood. Boogerhead. I'm ready for fall. Anyway, Terry Goodkind passed away, like I said. So he wrote one more book that was called The Children of Dahara. That's the make-believe world place of the, you know, where the books are set in. and the book is like, I mean, it's probably about 5-6 inches thick, because it's made up of 5 other stories all in one book, and I'm almost done with it. So it's kind of a cool thing, but then it's kind of sad because I've enjoyed reading his books, and this is the last in that story. It started out, it's the a wizard. Let's see, wizard's first rule. Let's see. I'll think of it. The Sword of Truth series. It's a cool story. It's full of everything. I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, witches, sorcerers, sorceresses. The main character is a war wizard. Then you got what they call Mord Sith. These are these chicks that wear these red leather tied outfits. That's the truth. And they were actually originally very evil, wicked women. They were trained to inflict pain on people, men and women, to get information out of them or something. But the story of the Mord Sith is pretty interesting and pretty sad. What they had to do to become a Mord Sith. But I try to talk to my wife and son about this, and they're not interested. And I know that you guys are not really interested either, but it's fun to talk about the story, because it's just cool. You want to hear any more about it? I'll have to be going in the house here in a minute, but you got to get the first book. I was not a big reader when this young man that I worked with said, "Hey Jerry, have you ever read The Wizard's First Rule?" I was like, "I'm not really a big reader." He's like, you ought to read it. You probably would really like it." And I was like, I don't know, what is it about? He started telling me about it, and I was like, well, that sounds really cool. And he says, well, I'll bring you my book and you can read it. His book, it looked like he had read that one book, I mean, hundreds of times. It was so worn that it just was really worn. But I read that book, and that just started the whole thing. Actually, after I read that one, I went and bought my own copy of it, and then I bought like the next 3, and my wife read 3 or 4 more after that. She actually read more than me at the time, and then I went back to it and started reading them again, and just haven't stopped. And now I'm on the last book, almost done with it. Get off me. Okay. Flies and mosquitoes are attacking me now. And this beverage here is starting to take effect on me. So I better go inside before before they find me laying out here in the grass, hugging a tree or something. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to review this, do a revisit of this, and just chat with you guys about the 10,000th subscriber videos, and I just brought up the book and stuff, and yada 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 yada. It's good. It needs ice now though. It's starting to warm up a little bit. So I'm gonna end it here. I have to go back to work tomorrow. I thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. Your ideas for the 10,000th subscriber videos, you're still welcome to give me more if you come up with an idea. Whether or not I'll be willing to do them, it's kind of up in the air. Oh man, that feels good. Whoa, leaf almost fell in my glass. That felt good. I wonder where that came from. Whether or not I'll do those requests, excuse me, it's still up in the air. I don't know which ones I'm going to do, which ones I'm going to be able to do. But like I'd mentioned before, it's always going to be something that I'm going to try to do, probably, you know. If it seems like it may be doable, I'll probably still keep trying to do it or accomplish it, and I'll still call it 10,000, 10K video. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay, now I'm going to end it here. I thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Oh, you know what? The other day, when I get bread that's gotten stale or starting to mold just a little bit, I throw it outside in the yard for the birds, you know. They'll eat it. Ants will eat it. Something will eat it. And my wife and I were outside yesterday or the day before, can't remember exactly. We're out in the backyard on the deck, and I look out and there's 2 raccoons in our yard eating that bread. And I said, what the world? And they like got frightened, you know, and they grabbed the bread and took off through the fence over to the back area, back over here. Back over that way. But my wife's like, told you to stop throwing bread out for those birds. Other animals are going to be coming into the yard to eat it. I'm like, well, they need food too. They carry diseases. So do I. I carry diseases. I'd probably, carry diseases to those animals. They probably say the same thing about us, that we carry diseases. And, you know, I made up some of that, and some of that's part true, some of it's not. Silly. Okay. Now, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.